In the past two videos, we've gone through customs, we've lowered the sound, we've looked everywhere, we've gone through customs and we know where to leave. We did that with a hatchet, no guns. If we die, it doesn't matter. And that's how I started playing the game. If you die, it doesn't matter. It needs to not matter. Because what you're taking, you're not here to take guns and armor and any of that. You're here to take information first. How the map is built, where players are, what's their behavior, and what's your goal, what you're trying to achieve, and then leave. So in this video, we're going to engage players. We're going to go through places where there are players. We're going to engage scavs also. But we're not going to do it with a hatchet. You can barely do anything with hatchet. We would rather have something where you can shoot something at either a scav or a player. You will then touch that player from a distance, which gives you much greater capability than just fighting with a hatchet. But we don't want it to care if we lose. You can go on the market. Right here. Maybe talk to Prepper and buy a small weapon. I don't mean like a fully automatic weapon. I mean like a pistol. The very beginning of weapons. Right? Semi-automatic. Pistol, small bullets. Nothing special. You want to buy additional clips? Maybe. And then just put some bullets in there. This is a 919 bullet. So you either want to buy it from Prepper, 919 PSTGZH will do. They look like this, right? You'll get the feel for it, just how what bullet goes where. This clear one is a 918. It's a smaller bullet, just a tad smaller, 18 millimeter. This one is a 19 millimeter. Right, and some bullets are bigger. 0.45. 21 millimeter right here. And of course, these pack a bigger punch. But 10,000 rubles max. With this weapon, let's go. You have 1,000,000 ruble. I don't care. Take a 10,000 ruble weapon. Go in. No armor, nothing. Because you don't know enough at all. And you're going to get shot by all kinds of ways. Not only that, people's bullets are much better than yours. And their armor and their bullet destroy your armor. So, what am I looking for? Everything's going really well right now. Take a look at this. Another page that I would recommend for newer players is the ballistics page on the Escape From Tarkov wiki. Right? So you just go in on Google, Escape From Tarkov wiki, ballistics, you'll fall here. This is literally every bullet in the game. Okay? On this side. And their impact on the 6 classes of armor available in the game. And something tells me that not only their name is right, which is real knowledge, but there are also 6 classes of armor in real life. Pre-World War II, I think, and post-World War II. advances in technologies of armor and bullets, and how they are able to pierce greater levels of armor. If we want to take a second to understand this, let's take a look at our bullet. It was a 9x19 millimeter. PST GZH is right here. There's a lot of numbers. I don't really look at them that much. What I look at is this here. This bullet will destroy the first two classes of armor, which includes, by the way, the Paka. Say you go into the game with a Paka, it's armor class 2. You'll notice that this cheap bullet, very regular bullet, will almost neglect the fact that you have an armor on and just pierce right through it. The scale is from 0 to 6. You can check the scale up here. And at 6, it says it basically ignores that you have armor on. There's quite some complex. Let me take a handle of this ant here. Walk in my room. It's got flies, got wings, dude. It's gone. I don't know where it is anymore. It's just an ant. Not gonna eat me. So basically, the goal is to get a bullet that hits, 6, 5, 4, 3. If you're really cheap on your bullets still, And so if you control F, you can find PST GZH right here. That's a 918. We're talking about 919. So it's gonna do not much against most armors. And that's the reality of it. Most scavs are either going to have no armor, which you will destroy them, or they'll have very basic armor, like a Paka, and you'll still destroy them. Players will have armor 3, beginning players, armor 4 for casual. I would say casual intermediate, casual beginners will understand that they can get armor 4 for a very good price. So you're not going to be doing any damage to them through their armor. But say, for example, that they don't have a face shield. That's really important, right? If a player doesn't have a face shield and you hit him straight in the face with a bullet because it's lucky or you have good aim, that bullet doesn't have an armor to stop it. It's going to hit the player's head and you're going to get a headshot. And it's going to go down. I don't care how big the player is, how good his chest armor is, or even his helmet, which protects the top of his head. If that player doesn't run a face shield like this, right? Or if that player's forgotten to turn on their face shield like this, and you hit them in the face, it counts as a face shot without armor, and they're dead. With this little weapon, this little bullet, the worst bullet will do it. And so we're also counting on that type of luck sometimes to play a role. In any way, this chart is useful when you're trying to figure out if you have enough to kill a scav, right? If a bullet says 666 against the first 3 armors, you have enough to kill most scavs. And then I look after that in the 4, 5, 6 area, what it does against a player, right? 000 means do not engage a player with your weapon. It will do nothing against their armor. Do not engage them at the armor level. You have to hit a headshot. And if you're not confident with your shot, then don't engage that player. Or evade players. Just go for scavs. Like sometimes there's mission where you have to do scav runs. We'll just jump in. Sometimes there's mission where you have to do a scav. You have to kill scavs on the map, especially custom. It's one of the first mission. Ensure, by the way. You can ensure the whole thing. It's worth. Yeah, so your first mission is to kill scavs. Well, you're gonna bring a little weapon like this with bullets that are gonna do great against very basic armor and no armor. And you're gonna try to find scavs. And when you meet a player, if he happens to be right in your face, you're gonna die. You're going to die. Unless they stop shooting and then they say something like, stop shooting, or something like that. Then they become friendly with you. That can happen. We'll see if that happens. It's pretty rare, but you'll just die most of the time. And you'll be okay with it. Because you might have killed a scav. You'll know more about the map. You'll know what kind of tactical mistakes you've done. Right? Did you turn that corner properly? Did you give time for the action to happen? Did you just jump in? Are you going head first again? Right? What is your tactical mistake? That's the question every time. You've died? Why? Because someone's bullet passed through your body. How did that happen? You were not in a position of cover. You were in the open. Why? Because you were in a hurry? Because you didn't think there would be a player? Because you didn't check? And so if you learn like that, and you keep asking the questions, why did I die? You'll get better at not dying. And then if you die with a pistol like this, you've spent maybe 15,000 rubles max. How mad can you be if you die? You've spent literally almost nothing. How mad can you be? You know, it cost you so little to play the game. You must always be ready to lose what you put in. That's the game, whether it's any type of gambling. This is a gamble, by the way. You're gambling that you can make profit out of this. Or you're willing to pay that much to get that amount of capability as you play. We have a gun. We noticed that we brought a little tea bag, transformer bag. It costs about 3,000 rubles, which is mostly free. That will allow us to carry some things with us. What I want to do now is show you my computer and then the map. Customs. We just saw a scav right there. We'll be right there with him. So the first thing I suggest players do, because you will leave the map a quarter of the time maybe, but it's still a quarter of the time that you can make some money. That you can train your skills. We're going to come here and enable the cages. This is the very edge of the map. You can't go further than this. And if you have a compass and you know you can't go further, by the way, this map, north and south are opposite. This is the front of the map. We're looking at this way. And I don't know, it doesn't tell you, but north is this way, unfortunately. So basically, this is the road. There's a military camp base. Just trying to avoid this nonsense over here. So we're at this road right here. And you'll notice there's a little cage here along. So if you come around, and it's to the right of the road. If you look in the ground a little bit, you'll find this thing. It's a cage. And anything can be in there. Food, cord. This I use for my craft, so I'm going to keep it. It's kind of the most valuable thing I have here. You take all that and bring that. Or you can leave it. Sorry, we just had a bit of a bug there. We're just moved a little bit left of the road. The road is right there. And yeah, I mean, one of your first missions, and you have to accept it from the merchant, is to kill scavs in customs. You might need to use certain type of weapons, but what I'm showing you right now is just exploring the map. You can't take bullets from these guys, so you have to act. There he is. He's pretty far. You won't be able to jump here, so you have to go around. Up. Yeah, big danger. We're lucky enough to have brought an IFAK. Look at this kind of damage. How can you even hope to survive anything? We'll be looking into meds. I just happen to have it on me because it's habit, but normally I would just have died. No. Get down, touch the body. Look. You would take everything and sell it. Gonna put the vest on. Take a knife if you don't have one yet. Esmarch. Like the Esmarch you're not gonna sell, you're gonna use. That scav was over there and he knows I'm here. He's kind of locked in on me still. He's kind of hiding, I think. He would take this. Gonna take a shotgun right away. I pressed Alt and I clicked. Have it sent right there where it can go. We're gonna take extra bullets with Control, click. And we're gonna take the Zook armor. That's a great armor. And we're gonna take the beanie to protect, to kind of hide our bald white head. We just heard something that way. That's a problem. Players are gonna be coming here now because they know. Like the only thing they've heard all match long. Players are gonna be coming here so quickly you won't know what to do. But by being quick enough and having the search skills high enough that it can search quickly, you can take things because you press Control and Alt and click. And you're doing this all fast, you have enough time to escape. If I would have waited, if I would still be there right now, there's a good chance I would be dead. Another player would have seen me. Now you notice my guy is coughing. My stomach is dead. So a dead stomach will decrease your energy and water a lot. So that means we need to find an extraction right now. Because if this goes to 0, it'll just make your vision blurry, you won't be able to run, etc. Good players, just wait a second. I know what to do, but I just want to show here. So the extractions are the same as the previous videos. Previous video. We're looking at crossroads, trailer park, dorm if you have the money to pay the car, CB13 if you have the key for it, and we're all the way here, right? So that's going to be a hard run because now we have to go to, this is the train track right here. We're going to pass it as we keep going west. This is a hard sell. Did I make that sound? This is a hard sell because I'm supposed to be getting there and this thing is dropping 10 points every 2 minutes. Right. Now here's where Tarkov is not your regular type of game. I'm able to hide somewhere, say here, and repair myself with a survival kit and some heal points. Now this may seem very convenient and most players would be like, oh, I'm interested. I'll bring a survival kit or I'll bring a CMS, which is a smaller 2-slot. And then you just need to heal your points. But I think there's much better use of the pouch as a new player than to bring a survival kit. Like here, most players would just die, I think, because they don't know where to go anyway. And if you would die, then you would like to keep something with you when you died. So you would empty this out and just put stuff that you found here, like a silencer that you can sell. This cord, I don't know, toilet paper goes for a few thousand. You'll pay back your gun in no time. And so that way you will find balance. Right? You're selling to buy the things you buy. We'll give it to the arm, whatever. Doesn't matter. I think it would have been better to leave the arm black and give it to the head and the thorax. Because these are more important. They can't go to 0. That's too dangerous. And just to heal here, what we could have done instead of repairing this was simply drink the scavs here, which will give us energy and hydration, right? So again, everything's a choice. And you're gonna forget about them all the time. And you'll be like, didn't I have something to drink I could have used? Didn't I have an extra magazine I could have reloaded my gun with? Didn't I have a nade? Oh, someone shot me. Ooh, ouch, you really hurt. He hit me. Nice shot, nice try. Now I'm bleeding, which is really bad. I don't have the meds to heal my bleed. I don't have a bandage. This is for a heavy bleed, not a small bleed. So what we're doing now is we're trying to get to the extraction. This is a very regular scenario. And you're not going to be running as fast and you're not going to be running as long. Dorm VX, the car, right here. We don't have the money to pay the rubles. This is the bad choices that we've made. Ooh, the vision starts hitting. So I believe I have a bleed because I had a heavy bleed and I started running with a fresh wound. No, that's not why. I got shot. Oh, right. Right. So this is, again, the upper part of the map. We're just going along here. It's quite the highway for players, but it's also, like, somewhat calm. There's no scav too much. Now here is the boat extraction, but the fire is not lit, so unfortunately we can't take it. As you can tell, my guy is not doing too well. The head is dead, and now he bleeds. So he's not taking any damage for the head, but if I would fall, take some fall damage, my legs would hurt. And if my legs are black, then it would hit my head, and then I would die. Anyway. I'm only able to get to the extraction here because I know where to go, and because my skills are really high. Because I've trained them. Got a lot of running speed, a lot of running endurance. I can run for a longer time. But most players would be in trouble here. Notice my legs are quite low. As I bleed, I'm losing my legs. You lose your legs, you start to limp. And that decreases the chance and the probability that you'll get there in time because you can't run anymore. You can barely walk, actually. But because we've trained our strength and our endurance, and we know where to go, and we have a route where we understand player behavior, we're able to get to the extraction and be successful, even though all the chances were against us. And so that's the value of knowledge in this game, right? And the proper training. Now, what training am I talking about? Well, that is going to be my next video. There's always going to be a next video because there's always like something to talk about. And here we can heal. I think the game has not implemented yet 2021. The fact that if you heal this in game gives you points towards a healing skill that's not implemented. So I just apply and move on with my life. So let's look at the training system. Or should I say now you know about running around in the map, how to get the scavs, what to do. You got some basic armor, basic vest, basic bags, a little bit of ammo you can put somewhere. Repair this. Doesn't cost that much. Repairs really well. Zook is one of my favorite armor. It repairs terribly well and nobody takes it because they see the press on it and say, oh, that's trash. And it is trash armor. But because it's ultra lightweight polyethylene, it repairs extremely well. And you'll always get it back. Most of the time, you'll get it back. So that was only 15,000 to repair. Now we're going into combat with an armor 3 that didn't cost us 30,000 like the P.A.K.A. does. Right? The P.A.K.A. costs 30,000 from this guy. We found a Zook and we're only repairing it for 15,000. And as soon as you get to level 10, because you're killing scavs and players and just getting there and doing your quest, that will increase your level tremendously. If you push through, then you get access to the market here, and you can buy the Zook here, Zook 3. You see 25,000, 30,000. And it's not armor 2 this time, it's armor 3 for the same price. So the market is great when you enable it. And then what you can do here is add it to your wish list. When you go to your wish list here, which is 1 tab away, you'll always have the Zook with you. You can just click it, it brings you to the market. You can purchase it quite simply. Even me, where I am right now, I still have the Transformer bag in my wish list because it's my favorite bag. And so how to make millions, laugh when you lose with a Transformer bag? Well, stick around. Thank you for watching. Like always, amazing to be here with you. Oh, a PK6. Players love this scope. And it was on a shotgun from a scav. Look how much the market wants to give me for it. 50,000. You think I was going to go into combat with a shotgun that had this on it? Come on. I'll sell it to someone for 50,000. How to make money. Just knowing these things will get you there. But that's a little more intermediate, beginner, intermediate, you know? Where you know that like players want it, they want this. So they'll just buy it for a good price. What goes for a good price? Anyway, next video, what are we talking about? We're going to talk about leveling up our guy and getting him better so that he can do more for us, just like I did last video. In this video, I mean.